The company handed out housing, and I became the biggest joke in the whole office. As a senior engineer at a branch under Blue Star Group, I worked overtime 350 days a year. But when company housing was handed out, I was the only one left out. Even a fresh grad who joined last year got place. I knew this was the price of not picking sides or giving gifts. Fine, then I quit, so I calmly signed my resignation form. Jack, what is this supposed to mean? Tom held my resignation letter, frowning hard. I looked at him calmly. Exactly what it says. I'm resigning. Just because of the housing thing? Is it really that serious? This company is huge. Lose one engineer and the world still keeps spinning. I didn't argue, I just said flatly, then hurry up and find someone for me to hand things over to. I'm leaving next week. Leave then. Don't think the company can't survive without you. At the time, I never imagined that on the morning after I left, my phone would be blowing up. 88 missed calls from my department director all the way to the provincial general manager. Everyone was frantically looking for me. But right then, my phone was on silent in my bag, and I was at the hospital with my pregnant wife for a checkup. It's okay, don't be nervous. I'm not nervous. The March breeze was still chilly. Like usual, I worked overtime at the company until late at night. As a senior engineer at a branch under Blue Star Group, maintaining the province's power grid monitoring system was my responsibility. That system affected the electricity safety of millions of people across the province. There was no room for mistakes. Beep, beep, beep! A piercing alarm rang out in the control room. I quickly switched to the error screen. Turns out the data transmission at Zhangcheng substation had gone abnormal. I typed away at the keyboard like I'd done 1,000 times. 10 minutes later, the system was back to normal. I checked the time. It was already 2 in the morning. I stretched and got ready to pack up and head home. This morning, there was an important meeting. The company housing allocation meeting. When I got home, my wife Lucy was already asleep. She was 5 months pregnant, her belly clearly showing. I washed up quietly and lay in bed, but I couldn't fall asleep. The word house kept repeating in my head. We were living in a rented 1-bedroom apartment paying $3,500 a month in rent. After Lucy got pregnant, she couldn't work. Our whole family depended on my salary alone. If we could get company housing, our pressure would ease a lot. I had worked at the company for 8 full years, growing from a fresh graduate into a key technical employee. Based on seniority and contribution, I should have been near the top of the list. At 9 the next morning, the HR conference room was packed. Section Chief Anna held a list and cleared her throat. I'll now announce the results of this company housing allocation. I sat up straight and listened carefully. Comrade Tom, 120 square meter 3-bedroom unit. Comrade David, 100 square meter 2-bedroom unit. Comrade Mike, 190 square meter 2-bedroom unit. When I heard Mike's name, I froze. Mike was the fresh grad who joined last year. He'd only worked here for 1 year. How did he get a place too? The list was finished. My name wasn't on it. The room filled with chatter as everyone discussed their new homes. I sat in the corner, and all the voices around me seemed to drift far away. Jack, why aren't you reacting? Good for you. After the meeting, I walked up to Anna. Section Chief Anna, can I ask why I didn't get a house? Jack, housing was limited this time. We mainly considered age and family situations. You're still young. There will be more chances later. Then what about Mike? He's even younger than me. Mike's situation is a little special. He's someone the company plans to focus on developing. Focus on developing? I sneered inside. His father's status was the real reason, wasn't it? Back at the office, Tom was chatting with a few people. When he saw me come in, a smug smile appeared on his face. Jack, I heard you have a problem with a housing allocation. No problem. Good. Young people need to learn patience. Opportunities will come. Besides, engineers are everywhere. You need to know your place. Engineers are everywhere? I repeated those words in my head. For 8 years, the monitoring system I maintained had never had a major issue. Because my skills were solid, when the system suddenly failed last summer, I worked 48 hours straight to fix it, preventing a massive province-wide blackout. But in their eyes, I was just a disposable engineer. That night, I went home. Lucy was in the kitchen making dinner. When she saw my face, she asked with concern, "What happened? How did the housing thing go?" I sat on the couch and told her what happened. After Lucy listened, she stayed silent for a long time. Honey, maybe we should just buy a place ourselves. I know the pressure is huge, but we can pay the mortgage little by little. I looked at her and warmth rose in my chest. This woman never complained. She always supported me quietly. Lucy, if I changed jobs, would you support me? Lucy paused for a second, then nodded firmly. As long as you think it's right, I'll support you. That night, I thought about a lot. 8 years of youth. 8 years of effort. What did I get in return? A dismissive, techs are everywhere, and the reality of being ignored when benefits were handed out. But what truly kept me awake wasn't just anger or resentment. It was a deep exhaustion. I pulled out my phone and saw someone in the work group had posted photos from the housing ceremony. In the photo, Mike stood in front of his new apartment, smiling brightly, while Tom patted him on the shoulder. The caption read, "Congratulations to Comrade Mike on his new home. A young man with a bright future." Underneath were dozens of likes and congratulations, all from coworkers jumping on the bandwagon. I scrolled through them one by one, feeling like something was stuck in my chest. Under that post, not a single person mentioned me. No one spoke up for me. No one even asked, "Did Jack get a place?" 8 years of coworker relationships were thinner than paper when benefits were on the line. Lucy had already fallen asleep, breathing evenly. I quietly walked to the living room, sat in the dark, and opened my laptop. I logged into the company's technical forum and saw an anonymous post. Heard Jack didn't get company housing. Is that true? There were only 2 replies. One said, "Makes sense. He's not management. Why would he get housing? The other said, so what if he's good at tech? It's not like he's irreplaceable. I stared at the screen for a long time, then quietly shut the laptop. At 3 in the morning, I made 2 decisions. First, I was quitting. Second, before I left, I would organize every piece of technical documentation clearly, not for the company, but so I could honor the 8 years of work I had put in. I didn't want them saying later, Jack left us a total mess. I wanted to leave cleanly, with a clear conscience. Before dawn, I finally drifted off. In my dream, I saw myself standing before an unfamiliar city.